Cowboys are proven to be nocturnal in 2020 free agency. While most teams are making deals during the middle of the day, Cowboys are making news in the middle of the night, or at least late at night. It's really late for an old guy like me with kids. But basically 10 o'clock Central on Monday night, they strike the deal with Amari Cooper, and then just before 11 o'clock Central on Tuesday night, a day in which Cowboys lost a huge chunk of their defense to free agency, they make a major splash and bring in a six-time Pro Bowler, Gerald McCoy. I'm going to tell you why I absolutely love this move by the Dallas freaking Cowboys right when I was about to hate everything they were doing in free agency. But I want to thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for ringing the bell. That way you're always notified of moves like this one, where the Cowboys have inked Gerald McCoy to a 3-year contract. This according to Todd Archer of ESPN. Multiple other sources confirming the same. I'm absolutely giddy about this signing. I was beginning to wonder what on earth the Cowboys were doing on a day Tuesday where they saw so many players walk, like Jason Witten, Jeff Heath, Maliek Collins, Robert Quinn on Monday. And then the news Monday night that Amari Cooper was coming back, despite the fact that the Washington Redskins had offered him more money. You're sitting there wondering, what on earth are the Cowboys doing? Like, are they going to step up to the plate to outbid any teams for any players? You lose Byron Jones and Robert Quinn and Maliek Collins and Jason Witten. And I mean, I know we've seen this franchise sit on the sidelines throughout free agency, but in the very least, they've done a good job in retaining their own players, and they haven't even been doing that this free agency session. What the Cowboys did with this move in signing Gerald McCoy, they killed two birds with one stone. Maliek Collins, the guy that showed promise at times as a 3-technique rusher but couldn't stay healthy enough, and Robert Quinn had a really good season last year for the Cowboys, but Quinn's coming off a contract year. Guys always outperform in contract years, so let the Bears pay for that mistake. McCoy started all 16 games last year for the Carolina Panthers. He had 5 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and 13 quarterback hits. This is a guy that's not at the all-pro, all-everything level that he was when he was with Tampa, but he's still one of the premier defensive players in the NFL, without a doubt. And he is going to fortify a tremendous defensive line for this Dallas Cowboys. We've talked previously about the Cowboys believing that you build a defense front to back. And that certainly is evidenced in this move that they've made to bring in Gerald McCoy, who, even though he's on the other side of 30, is still a very, very, very good addition to this defense, and get a major upgrade from Maliek Collins and Robert Quinn. And this is a guy that can rush both from the interior at the 3 technique or rush on the outside. He's multiple. You can line him and DeMarcus Lawrence up in different spots along the defensive line and get a ton of productivity from those guys. And then when you consider what else they have, perhaps Randy Gregory's back in the fold this season, Dorrance Armstrong has started to develop, and all of a sudden the Cowboys look like a very, very, very good pass rush is on the horizon for this team with their new coaching staff and new defensive coordinator Mike Nolan. The way Tuesday night was winding down, thought the Cowboys were absolutely lost in their pursuit to upgrade their roster. The mass exodus that we saw from the 2019 roster, very, very curious what the Cowboys were going to do. And then bang, 11 o'clock Central Time on Tuesday night, Gerald McCoy steps into the fold. Cowboys are doing something we haven't seen them do in a long, long time, guys. They're finally being active at the beginning of free agency, and they're finally major players for some major players. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and of course ring the bell. That way you're always notified of this move and other moves like it throughout all of Cowboys offseason.